बरेपण तुजें बिगडोन गेलें गो सुंदर मजा गोवा शारा गोंयकारपण लोटोन फुंय गेलां तें बारीक तूं चिंत रे गोंयकारा गोंयचें राज चोरून काबार केलें रे LLB शिंकलेल्या गोंयच्या नाडा तुमच्यान राजकारण चलोवंक जायना निमणो पूण म्हाका गोंयचो मुखेल मंत्री कोरा.
हे जावन असले तियात्रमाचो वयलो सर्गेस्त फामाद तियात्रिस्ट विलियम डी कुर्तोरी हाचे गोंय बाबतींत गीत. सुसेगाद दनपार पडूनाराक म्हजो माय मोगाचो नमस्कार. हांव फ्रँकी फर्नांडीस मेलबर्न ऑस्ट्रेलियासून तुमकां ह्यो गोंयच्यो आनी भायले देशां रावतल्या गोंयकारांच्यो खबरो घेवन आयला. आज जुनाची 7 तारीख. सुरवातेक गेल्ल्या सुमारांत मार्चच्या 30 तारखेक गोंयचे 39th स्टेटहूड डे मनयलो. तर ह्या वेळार उगडास करता आदल्या काळार गोंयांत संवसारभर गोल्डन गोवा वो भांगाराचें गोंय म्हूण वळखून येतालें. पूण हें सोका सोका बदललां. हाचें कारण कितें आनी हाका कोण जबाबदार? आमी विचारलें डॉक्टर जस्टिस फर्दिन रिबेलो हाचे लागीं.
See the injustice that is going on. See where Goa is going on. आमी म्हणटात हें गोंय आमचें भांगरांचें गोंय धाकटुलें गोंय. But where is that धाकटुलें गोंय? Where are the lovers? And when I say Goans, I don't mean only those who were born before 61. I include all those who have come in, are born over here, live over here, and would like to make Goa a better place for everybody. So I think I should share with you some thoughts and feelings that I have. As a judge, I try to do everything possible wherever I came to. I was not a permanent judge in Goa. But a number of judgments that I have passed to protect the paddy fields, the forests, the seashores. That's what I could do, I have done. I only hope there are others who see it that way, and everybody in their own way will try to do something to arrest this erosion of values, this moral degradation that is taking place in our society, and this unchecked power that our legislators are using to benefit for themselves. Post 1995, unfortunately, everything changed. There was a total breakdown of the administration, and our system got corrupted. And for the first time, let me be frank, money started passing for conversion of lands. It was on a small scale, and now it has crossed all limits. And the result has been a migration of people into Goa. People acquiring lands, resulting in massive demographic changes in our, it was earlier towns, now in our villages, even in the new campus. Now this is what worries all of us. Earlier, a section of the Goan people were carrying on trade, but now a lot of northerners have come in. They are carrying on trade, displacing perhaps the locals. So there has been tremendous changes. But with these changes, what is not keeping up is the infrastructure. Now, I'm speaking to you here in Donapaula, which is supposed to be one of the better parts of the so-called development of Goa. I get water between 15 minutes to 45 minutes every day. Every week I have to get a tanker of water, otherwise it's not possible to go on. In the villages, there are massive power cuts. The roads, the roads in the villages not really accessible, and you are bringing in 500,000 tenements in a wardas in the villages. Now, how does and there is no basic sewerage facilities. Now, this is all that is required if you want to establish something. So, therefore, at least I am afraid, and many of us, that this is just politicians. Let people know that this is the only state where legislators gather to pass laws to help themselves. Mine owners support them to convert lands which they have purchased. When I use the word mine owners, I also use the word industrialists and the worst of all, the press, whether it is the written word or TV. If you see the application for conversion of land, all of these people have applied for massive conversion of lands under the new law which the state government brought and in which ministers are interested. So unfortunately, this is a state of Goa. Now, how do you limit? People continue to vote them to power. That is the right of the people. But unfortunately, this is the state of Goa. It saddens me, who thought that this would be a vibrant state, that we would have educational institutions which would be internationally, our students would get international recognition. But instead of getting quality education, we are just getting quantitative education. So we have not, frankly, reached those heights which those of us fought for at the time of statehood. So, frankly, this is where we are in Goa. Can something be done? Of course, always something can always be done, but then it's not left to a few individuals. It requires people. During my days, the youth used to revolt against injustice. Now, where is that youth? You don't find that youth today in Goa. Our youth, I don't know what they are doing and where they are. Now, some parents tell me in their future will be jeopardized. Now, were not our future jeopardized when we fought? I went to jail for 3 days in the Ramponkar movement. I fought for the workers. My parents never told me that your fate will be jeopardized or your future will be jeopardized. And yet, I became an MLA. In spite of all that, I became a judge. So it is not that your future is jeopardized. The question is, do our youth have the courage? Don't pelt stones. Don't break cordons. But assert yourself when there is injustice. And there is too much of injustice in Goa today. So if something can be done, it has to come from the youth.
गोवाच्या रामचे उजवाडाचे माणिक ते ताज सुधारक केल्ले दुर्वोदीक बोरजोडीत जाते पूण गोवाच्या खबरून दितोल्ल्यान गेल्यार रीते मागीर गोंयकारांचो फुडारांचो कितें गोंया कॉलेजी कितल्यो चडटा तातूंत कितले भुरगे शिंकता पूण ते चिंताची कोणाक कोण हुंयदीर वीज कोत्तेले
ते जावन असले सर्गीस तियात्रिस्ट एम बोयराचें गीत गोंय बाबतींत. Thank you very much, Dr. Justice Ferdin Rebello, for your valuable time. The message is loud and clear. Goans, fight back to restore Goa's past glory. दुसरी खबर, गोंय राज्य एक गंभीर परिस्थितीत सांपडलेले आसा. कोण पुलीस कोण क्रिमिनल हाचेर एक प्रश्न पडला. हालींच्या काळार गोंयचे पुलीस सिरियस क्रायम्स हातूंत गुंतलेले आसात अशें गोंयकारांनी आरोप केला. हें गोंयच्या खबरापत्रांचेर बी वाचूंक येता. जावं त्यो चोरयो, मर्डर, मारामारी वा ड्रग्स हातूंत गोंयचे पुलीस हांचो हात आसा. हालींच बास्तोरा हांगा एक घो आनी बायल हांचेर 15 ते 20 जाणांनी अटक केलो. हातूंत 2 जाण पुलीस आनी एकलो एडवोकेट बी आसा. पुलिसांनी 3 जाणांक अटक केल्यात आनी बाकीचे फरार जाल्ले आसा.
तू म्हणलं ते त्याला नाका पायाला हांव सुद्दां तेच्या पाया पडल्या तेच्या नाका रे मारूंक नाका मारूंक आयकूंक ना एक शब्द आयकूंक ना. तो जाणटेलो आयकूंक घेयना तेणें पाया पडटा नाका मारूंक ना आयकूंकूच ना तेंच्यांनी.
आल्दोनचो काँग्रेस पक्षाचो आमदार एडवोकेट कार्लोस आल्वारेस फेरेरा हाणें पत्रकारां लागीं उलयतना बीजेपी सरकाराची हातूंत भरपूर टिका केली.
एक बीजेपीचो कार्यकर्ता कोर कमिटी मेंबर आल्दोना ब्लॉक बीजेपी मंडल थिंगाचो तो एक एक्युज्ड आसा. तो पळोवन आसा आनी पेपराचेर नांव येयलें ते तुलसीदास शेटये तो मडे आसा. एकलो बीजेपीचो कार्यकर्ता तेणे व्हिडिओ काडलो सांगपाक गॉडफादर आसात आनी एक एडवोकेट आसा. हांवें चवकशी केली कोण तो म्हाका कळ्ळें पण म्हाका जाय आसलोलें कॉन्क्रीट प्रूफ. एडवोकेटे अरेस्ट केलो आनी तो आज सद्या भितर आसा. तेजोच चेडो तो आनी हो तुलसी म्हणटात ताका तो आतां हार्डली 15 दीस पयले बीजेपी मेळाव्यान सेकंड रो बसून आशिल्लो आनी थिंगा म्हाका दिसता तेगे पाकट फुटलें आनी ते पाकट फुटले देखून तेका दिसलें आतां म्हाका सीएमाचो पावर आसा आनी गुंडागिरी करपाक जाता. माय क्वेश्चन इज द बीजेपी अ den of criminals?
कित्याक ह्या बीजेपीच्या राज्यात आम्ही पहिले की ह्या राज्यातल्यो महिला सेफ ना. जेन्ना बीजेपीचे सरकार ह्या राज्यात आयला तेन्ना रेप वाढल्या, मर्डर्स वाढल्या, बायलांचेर अत्याचार वाढला. आम्ही पहिले की महिला जेन्ना जात्रेक वचून दिवाळेक जेन्ना घरा वतात थंय ताचेर अटॅक जाता. सिद्धी नायकाची केस अजून रिझॉल्व जायना. जे गँग रेप जाल्ले त्या केसीचेर अजूनही निकाल येना, जे साऊथ गोवाक जाल्ली ती. सो आम्ही पळयता एवरी डे महिलांचेर अत्याचार हो वाडत आसा.
आय एम टोल्ड इन दिस केस ऑल्सो 2 पुलीस आसात. आतां ते पुलीस रिक्रूट कितको जाले आयदर बाय पॉलिटिकल इन्फ्लुअन्स बीइंग अनफिट बट बाय पॉलिटिकल इन्फ्लुअन्स ऑर पयशे दिवन.
असल्यो घडणुक्यो आदल्या तेंपार जायनासल्यो वो भोव कमी जाताल्यो वो पुलीस एक्शन जातालें तें आतां जायना. ह्या वेळार प्रश्न उठटा हाका कोण जबाबदार. आमी विचारलें आदलो सुप्रिटेंडंट ऑफ पुलीस एलेक्स रास्किना हाचे लागीं.
In the present circumstances, in the present regime, there is not much difference between a criminal and man in uniform. And all this has come because of the interference by politicians. There is a lot of difference between police working, what was happening before, and what is happening now, which I read in the newspapers, which I can see personally. There is too much interference from these politicians. Now all the transfers, everything is done by politicians and not by police officers. During our time, during my time, our superiors used to do the transfers. Now it is these politicians who are doing. The police department or the police working depends on discipline. Same is in the army, navy and air force. If discipline is not there, there is no proper working in this department. Here now why the discipline has gone to dogs? It's because of the interference of politicians. This now all transfers, everything, promotions, everything is governed by these politicians. During our time it was not so. It was our superiors who were judging out work and judgment, and they were giving the decisions. Now it is just the opposite. There are no chances of improvement under the present circumstances. On the contrary, it is going to worsen and not improve. I have put in total 36 years of service. In my 36 years of service, I was transferred 40 times, including Daman and Diu. Why? Because I was not listening to do the dirty work of this politicians. That is why they were transferring me. That is what they could do most. They were trying to block my promotion. which they could not do. If they had blocked my promotion, I would have gone to the court.
गोंयकारांक एक खुशालकायेची खबर. गांवान मोयरा हांगाचो पूण सद्याक रावता पद वेस्टर्न ऑस्ट्रेलिया हांगा. कस्टडियो विन्सेंट लोबो हाका ऑस्ट्रेलियाच्या केंद्र सरकारान ताच्या समाजीक वावराक लागून मेडल ऑफ द ऑर्डर ऑफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो इनाम फावो केला. हो इनाम ताका जुनाच्या 9 तारखेक किंग्स बर्थडे ह्या दिसाक मेवतलो. कस्टडियो जावन आसा गोवन ओवरसीज असोसिएशन वेस्टर्न ऑस्ट्रेलिया हाचो आदलो प्रेसिडेंट आनी ऑस्ट्रेलियाच्या केंद्र सरकारान ताका हो पुरस्कार फावो केला ताच्या समाजीक वावराक लागून. तो आमचे लागीं उलयलो.
I was pleasantly surprised because it was 2 years since the nomination was made. I thought I'd missed the bus. I was born in Uganda, and as there were no high schools in Uganda, my parents put me in a boarding school in Pune, where I did my matriculation. After that, I graduated to the Bombay University, majoring in accounting and actuary. In 1950, I went to Uganda and I got a job in the Uganda Electricity Board with housing provider and maintenance. It was a good thing until August of 1972, when President Idi Amin gave 90 days to expel all the British Asians. I applied for migration to Australia and was successful. And when I saw the High Commission, he put an S on my passport, which meant when I arrived, I would be housed. I arrived in Australia on the 1st of January 1973 and well received, and I went to the migrant hostel at Greylands. Next morning when I went for breakfast, everybody was surprised. We were the first coloured family in Australia to go to a migrant hostel. While I was at the migrant hostel, I went to buy a car, and the owner of the franchise was a district governor of Lions. He invited me to join the Lions Club, which I did.
On behalf of the entire Goan community out here in Australia, congratulations to you once again, Mr. Custodio Vincent Lobo. Indeed, it is a matter of pride and prestige. तर ह्यो जावन आसले आमच्यो सुसेगाद दनपार गोंयच्यो खबरो मेलबर्न ऑस्ट्रेलियासून. मेळुया दुसऱ्या सोमारात. ते मेरेन मोगा संदी.